Envision a life in which pleasure is a permanent state of affairs, rather than only a transient feeling. The ancient philosophy of Epicureanism, which was developed by the Greek philosopher Epicurus, encourages us to investigate a route to actual fulfillment that places an emphasis on the pursuit of authentic pleasure above transient pleasures, meaningful connections, and inner calm. Come along with me as we explore the depths of Epicurean philosophy, uncovering ageless knowledge that is still applicable today, just as it was more than 2,000 years ago. Here on Epicurean Hub, we're delving deeply into the philosophy of Epicureanism today. Prepare to learn about the fundamentals of Epicureanism, such as the pursuit of ultimate happiness, the importance of friendship and community, and useful advice for putting Epicurean knowledge into practice every day. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of what Epicureanism is all about and how it can help you lead a more fulfilling life. Epicurus, a Greek philosopher who flourished from 341 to 270 BCE, is credited with founding Epicureanism. Approximately 307 BCE, Epicurus established the Epicurean school of thought in Athens. Developing modest joys and seeking wisdom were central to his teachings, which emphasized living a peaceful and happy existence. In his writings, Epicurus highlighted the keys to happiness, being companionship, learning, and eschewing unneeded wants. During a period of social and political unrest in ancient Greece, Epicureanism arose and provided a philosophical framework for people to deal with life's uncertainties and find inner serenity in the face of external chaos. Even though other philosophical traditions opposed and criticized Epicureanism, it persisted and left a significant impact that still shapes modern thinking. Three fundamental ideas that form the foundation of Epicureanism also define its worldview. First, there is hedonism, which places the ultimate emphasis on pursuing pleasure and avoiding misery. Finding contentment in the little things that last is more important than seeking for extreme thrills. The second concept is ataraxia, which is a condition of tranquility and calmness devoid of anxiety. It's analogous to being happy with what you have and having clarity of mind. Aponia, the state of not experiencing physical pain or suffering, is the last one. Epicureans think that by concentrating on these ideas, people can enjoy a life of fulfillment and harmony, in which they aren't stressed out or driven by cravings all the time. Rather, they strive for a calm, balanced life in which they may enjoy life's little joys without becoming overwhelmed by them. Pleasure in Epicureanism goes much beyond gratifying one's bodily cravings. The creator of this philosophy, Epicurus, held that pursuing intellectual and spiritual endeavors, rather than merely indulging in transient bodily pleasures, is the path to ultimate happiness. Think about it this way: long-lasting fulfillment comes from learning something new or spending time with loved ones, not from a delicious dinner or a nice bath. According to Epicurus, experiencing pleasure is more akin to being at peace with both the outside world and oneself, as well as a condition of calm and satisfaction. Therefore, in Epicureanism, pleasure is defined as taking care of your mind and soul in order to live a life that is genuinely rewarding rather than just having fun. Friendly relationships are important and valued in Epicureanism. The father of this philosophy, Epicurus, believed that friendships were essential to a satisfied and happy existence. For what reason? Then again, he claimed that genuine friendships, or philia, are what give our lives purpose, happiness, and support. Sharing strong relationships, understanding, and trust is more important than simply hanging out with someone. Picture yourself with friends who always have your back, make you laugh, and are there for you no matter what. Epicurus cherished the kind of friendship that went like this. In fact, he established a neighborhood in Athens known as the Garden, where he resided and studied with his adherents. The Garden was a community hub where individuals could come together, exchange ideas, and encourage one another in their quest for happiness. It was more than just a place to hang out. Thus, friendship and community are important components of an authentically fulfilled existence. According to Epicureanism, they are not merely nice-to-haves. In terms of ethics, Epicureanism provides a distinct viewpoint that stresses moderation and balance. Following rigid rules or completely depriving oneself of pleasure are not the means by which one leads a virtuous life according to Epicurean philosophy. Finding a harmonious middle ground where one can enjoy life's pleasures without slipping into excess or destructive behaviors is the goal instead. Epicurus emphasized values such as temperance, which is exercising restraint and moderation, justice, which includes impartiality and regard for others, others, and wisdom, which entails making prudent and deliberate decisions. These virtues are instruments for attaining an inner tranquility and contentment in life, not only moral precepts. In contrast to popular belief, Epicureanism is not just about excess or hedonism. Though he did support the pursuit of pleasure, Epicurus thought that real happiness stems from developing intellectual and spiritual pleasures, meaningful connections, and living in harmony with both the natural world and other people. Thus, ethics in the Epicurean tradition is about achieving balance, living life to the fullest, and putting what is really important for long-term enjoyment and well-being ahead of rigid restrictions or austerities. A philosophical system that Epicurus established in ancient Greece, known as Epicureanism, has had a profound impact on modern philosophy. Its influence on following philosophical movements like as Stoicism and contemporary ethical ideas is one important part of its legacy. Despite their frequent perception as opposing ideologies, Stoicism and Epicureanism have certain things in common, like an emphasis on individual ethics and the desire for a decent life. Epicureanism places more value on pleasure and peace, while Stoicism emphasizes accepting fate and virtue as the keys to happiness. Modern ethical theories have developed in part because of Epicureanism's emphasis on leading a moral life free from superfluous desires, notwithstanding their variations. Epicurean philosophy has had a lasting influence on Western philosophy, as evidenced by ideas like the pursuit of happiness and the value of one's own well-being. In today's world full of excess and diversions, the ideas of Epicureanism provide insightful direction on how to live a balanced and meaningful existence. We may cut through the cacophony and discover a sense of peace in the middle of chaos by accepting the concept of moderation and concentrating on the things that actually make us happy. Epicurus emphasized the value of sincere connections over material belongings and shallow activities, and he urged us to have meaningful relationships and experiences. Prioritizing quality time with loved ones and developing close relationships might help us feel fulfilled and have a purpose in life in today's fast-paced culture. Epicureanism also instills in us the virtues of thankfulness and simplicity in day-to-day living. We can discover joy in the small things and develop an attitude of thankfulness for what we have by learning to appreciate the small joys in life and being aware of the present moment. This change of viewpoint might help us live more contented and meaningful lives as we discover how to be happy in the present moment instead of always striving for more. In summary, by incorporating these ageless ideas into our contemporary existence, we can aim for a higher level of contentment, equilibrium, and well-being. Finally, we have explored the age-old Epicurean philosophy and discovered its eternal wisdom that still has relevance in contemporary Western culture. We looked at Epicurus's emphasis on pursuing pleasure, not in the indulgent sense, but as a means of achieving peace and fulfillment. By providing us with a framework for learning and comprehending our place in the cosmos, Epicurus demonstrated the validity of our senses in helping us understand the world through the canon of truth. We talked about how the legacy of Epicureanism goes beyond its historical roots, affecting not only later philosophical groups like Stoicism, but also contemporary ethical views. We also looked at how we may apply the ideas of Epicureanism to modern life, giving us advice on how to maintain harmony in the face of distractions, build deep connections, and accept simplicity and thankfulness in our day-to-day existence. It is my desire that you, the viewers, learn more about Epicurus or have conversations with other people in order to gain a deeper understanding of the philosophy. Consider the ways that following these guidelines could improve your own life and get you closer to a fulfilling, happy place. Let us take inspiration from Epicurus's age-old wisdom as we try to live lives governed by reason, virtue, and the quest of a peaceful living while navigating the complexity of the modern world. As we come to the end of our Epicurean Hub investigation, I cordially encourage you to stay involved in our community. If you thought this conversation about philosophy and personal development was interesting and enlightening, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to Epicurean Hub. By doing this, you'll be informed about upcoming articles that examine traditional wisdom and how it relates to contemporary issues. Come along with us as we explore philosophy's depths in an effort to better comprehend who we are in the world around us. I appreciate you participating in the Epicurean Hub community, and I'm looking forward to talking with you about more insightful topics in the future.